This is the morning, it's still the morning of the 13th of November. I spoke about the Turkish C-130 that went down. Well, clip put up by Maximus Aviation. Oh no, not again. Was Turkey's C-130 brought down by its own prop? It happened before in 2017. Have a listen. Plays for 6 minutes. The following video is not fact, it's just a possible theory as to what may have contributed to the crash of the KC-130 in Turkey in November 2025, based on a similar incident that took place on July 10th, 2017, with KC-130T Yankee 72 mishap, which killed 15 Marines and 1 sailor. First, the video from Turkey is the animation from the 217 crash. This is just an observation, not fact. It shows you the airplane, the Turkish airplane, the processing, spiraling down to the earth. The crew couldn't get out from such a force. Disclaimer: the simulated video reconstruction is based on reports provided by Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company Technical Reports. Technical report of KC-130T 165000 Class A flight mishap, 10th of July 2017, and Fleet Readiness Center, 1st Cherry Point, North Carolina. Let's go back.
On 10 July 2017, a KC-130T, Bureau number 165000, belonging to Marine Aerial Refueling Transport Squadron, VMGR 452, out of Newburgh, New York, had been tasked with transporting personnel and cargo belonging to Marine Corps Special Operations Command from Cherry Point, North Carolina to El Centro, California, for team-level pre-deployment training. The preceding simulated video reconstruction is a recreation of the KC-130T mishap aircraft breakup. The reconstruction is based upon information contained in the Materials Engineering Report submitted by the In-Service Support Center, Fleet Readiness Center East, Cherry Point, North Carolina. The aircraft departed Cherry Point on 10 July at 1:07 Eastern Daylight Time. Approximately 2 hours and 41 minutes after takeoff, the aircraft was in cruise flight at an approximate altitude of 20,000 feet and on a magnetic heading of approximately 270 degrees over LaFleur County, about 7 miles west of Greenwood, Mississippi. At approximately 3:48 p.m. Central Daylight Time, an in-flight event occurred causing the aircraft to break up in flight.
Yankee 17, Memphis Center, Roger.
The aircraft mishap began when the number 4 propeller blade broke off the number 2 engine and penetrated on the left side at FS 377. This blade liberated in flight as a consequence of fatigue cracking that initiated from intergranular cracking at the root end of the ball. The number 4 propeller impacted the fuselage in a near vertical orientation. The intrusion resulted in an overload failure of the LBL-61 longeron at both sides of the point of impact at FS 377. Almost simultaneously, the number 3 engine reduction gearbox experienced an overload failure, causing the propeller assembly to depart from the engine nacelle. The number 3 propeller assembly struck the aircraft and intruded into the fuselage, entering 33 inches below the upper RBL-61 longeron. This resulted in an overload failure of the RBL-61 longeron. The embedded number 3 propeller assembly pushed the upper structure aft, resulting in an accordion-like buckling failure of the RBL-20 longeron. As a consequence, a large upper section from the propeller strike from FS 350 to FS 477 liberated from the fuselage along with the side panel below RBL 61 longeron and aft of the wheel fairing. The forward fuselage section, suffering intrusion damage, collapsed as a unit and separated from the aircraft. The number 3 propeller assembly dislodged from the fuselage and gets flung backward, hitting the right horizontal stabilizer at HSS 130, leaving a large hole in the leading edge. Separation of the right horizontal stabilizer from the aircraft occurred coincidental with the impact of the propeller assembly. The debris field is displayed here. The aircraft engine number 2, propeller blade number 4, which failed due to fatigue cracking, combined with overload failure of the number 3 engine reduction gearbox, caused a cascade of overload failures of the fuselage structure. The intrusion caused by the number 2 and number 3 engine propeller blades weakened the bending strength of the forward fuselage section to the point where the fuselage structure was unable to carry the payload. The fuselage separated into 2 sections, a section in front of FS-477 and a section aft of FS-477. The aircraft debris came to a rest at 3328 latitude, 9026 longitude.
Center Yankee 72 on 3587.
Yankee 72, Memphis Center, roger. Yankee 72, Memphis Center, how do you hear?
And they're gone. They don't hear anything.
Yankee 72, Memphis Center on guard. Yankee 72, Memphis Center on guard. Contact Memphis Center 135.87.
I'm sorry, who you trying to call?
Yankee 72, Memphis Center.
We take 485, Memphis.
Take 45, go ahead.
Do you see anything out at your 2 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock at about 16 miles with, I don't know, smoke or anything out that way?
Yeah, we do actually. We got some blackish smoke rising out that direction.
We take 45, can you deviate over that way?
Hey, Permanent, we can. Do you want us to go down?
We take 485, are you seeing anything out your 12 o'clock in about 5-6 miles?
Yeah, it's definitely a smoke cloud, blackish color. From here, it looks like it's out directly center of a agricultural field.
5045, go ahead.
Yeah, it is a aircraft circling the plume of smoke at this time down there.
We take 485, can you make out the type of aircraft? And we take 485, we're looking for a C-130.
Well, you're not going to find it. I think at that altitude, at 24,000 feet or 20,000 feet, they're going to pretty much die immediately. And horrific incidents. I'll attach the link. Look at it, and thanks for listening.